Do you remember the novel 1984 by George Orwell? It was written in 1949, but it was depicting a dystopian future by 1984, where most of the world's population had become victims of perpetual war, omnipresent surveillance, and propaganda. In the novel, the party, as it's called, employs thought police who persecute individualism and independent thinking. The party's leader is Big Brother, who enjoys an intense cult of personality, but may not even exist as one person. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just described our current world. This is 1984. George Orwell was right. Big Brother does have control over your mind and your behavior, thus your life. And what's worse, you don't even know it. Who is Big Brother? Who is this sinister, destructive, suppressive, and manipulative force that has a profound and detrimental influence over your life? It is media, particularly sensational news media. Look, the fight for your mind, the fight for your attention, has never been bloodier than it is today. Once upon a time, there were only a few TV channels, a few radio stations that came in, a few major newspapers, and a handful of magazines. Now with technology and social and communication platforms, there are thousands upon thousands of each, plus blogs and tweets and Facebook feeds and apps and alerts and notifications and RSS feeds and the rest, all intensely vying for your attention and time. To compete with all those dopamine drug-dealing pimps who know how to get and keep you addicted, news media has had to strike at the very base of your nature and threaten your very existence. It's the only way nowadays to shock you into attention, and nothing grabs your mind and attention by the shirt collar like threat, danger, and good old-fashioned fear. Every day, news media searches the world over to find the half dozen most heinous, violent, tragic, scandalous, and ugly things that happened that day, purposely sensationalizing it, alarming and distressing it to hook your attention and keep you tuning in so that they can monetize your attention. It's not evil, it's their business. It's good for their business, and it's absolutely crushing of yours. Let me explain creation. Not all creation, but the creative process of human potential. You get in your life what you create. You understand that, right? We're all creative beings, and our life becomes a product of what we create. You understand that part, right? Okay. But what then drives our creative process? Well, expectation. What we expect to happen is what our creative process goes to work on. That's how expectation ultimately leads to manifestation. All right, so then what are we expecting then? Your thoughts are driving your expectation. Whatever it is that you're thinking about is what is leading this creative process down the line. Okay, then the big question is, what's controlling our thoughts? What are you thinking about? What is influencing and directing your thoughts? The answer is simple. Whatever you are putting in front of your eyes and into your ears. The input that you expose your ears and eyes to are, of course, what it is that you are thinking about, which informs your expectations, and that drives your creative process to produce the results that you ultimately realize in your life. And just like garbage in, garbage comes out. The constant barrage of negative and falsely sensational input on your mind is devastating to your creative capacity and productive potential. I mean, devastating. Understand it as simple as this. What controls your attention controls your life. So whatever you are giving attention to is what you are giving your life to. That's a frightening thought, isn't it? You have to break free. If you are going to be successful on your heroic journey, you must cut the cords others have tied to your mind, manipulating your behavior for their benefit, not yours. You have the power to change your world in an instant. Right now, you can rid your world of all wars, murders, crimes, scandals, gossip, corruption, international disasters. You have that much power in the palm of your hand. How? Hit the off button. Turn off your TV, your radio, cancel your newspaper subscription, and turn off all news feed alerts that you have on your phones, your tablets, your watches, or your computers. Do not let media fearmongers have access to your precious and supremely powerful creation machine, your mind. There is way too much at stake here. How do you do this? How do you just shut all that garbage out? I learned an important life philosophy long ago. To only try to control what is controllable and ignore the rest. You can't control the national economy. What you can control is your economy. What you can't control is what Washington does about healthcare. What you can control is your own healthcare. What you can control is how the president is running the country. What you can control is how you are running your household, your business, and your life. What you can't control are wars, scandals, and corruptions happening elsewhere in other people's lives. What you can control is the character, the peace, the harmony, and the love in your own home. Stop paying attention to what you can't control, or it will control you, your life, and your destiny. It's time to take back control of your mind so that you can take back your life. Stop letting other people influence your attitude, your hope for the future, and your potential to do something great. Focus your mind and attention on what's right with the world and what's possible for you. At the same time, that sensational news media is pounding the masses with a half dozen most ugly, heinous, tragic, disastrous things each day. Millions of wonderful, beautiful, miraculous things are happening in that very same day. Step out of the situation room and Wolf's perverted keyhole view of the world. Fox and friends are not your friends. They are your puppet masters, selling your mind and attention to the highest bidder. Cut the cord and start tuning into the marvelous world of abundance, splendor, and the unlimited positive potential that surrounds you every day. Focus your attention on ideas and information and knowledge that can help you grow, prosper, create, and contribute to making a positive difference in your world, like we do each day here on Darren Daily. And then you might just do something to change the world.